Today's Cowboys post-game reaction is presented by Manscaped. You can get the best men's grooming products out there for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use promo code Cowboys. It's manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. Dallas takes down those commies and the Commanders 25-10. It wasn't even all that close as the commies offense didn't look all that great there, Jim. It was a pretty rough showing overall. Feel free to type in F the commies in the comments section. But first, lots of injury news and notes to discuss. Micah Parsons left the game late with a back injury. Kind of got bent up. Didn't look great. He did return. So, I mean, maybe you slept wrong. Kind of got bent up. Parsons is fine. Came back in the game. Don't worry about Micah. Jourdan Lewis, however, did not play in this game. It was a bit of a surprise. Deron Bland, who was your starter at nickel the entire game, with an INT. Great job, Deron Bland, folks. Lewis did not play. A groin injury, as near as I can tell, suffered pregame. He was questionable in that appearance. Lewis did not play. We will monitor that one throughout the week. Meanwhile, Quinton Bohanna, your fatty only on the interior, injured his left shoulder in the fourth quarter, did not return. John Ridgeway was your backup nose guard. He had been claimed by the Commanders. So your number one and your only true nose guard did not return after that shoulder injury. So we will see what Bohanna's status is. More good news. Zack Martin, ankle injury in the third quarter. His right ankle kind of stepped on Tyler Smith's foot. Did come back in the game. So major concerns for Parsons and Martin. But both those guys, thankfully, were able to return with those injuries. So no real concerns there for Martin or for Micah. Now Noah Brown, who had emerged, by the way, as your number 2/3 receiver, caught 3 catches for 61 yards, neck injury. Second half, did not return. So Noah and Lewis and Bohanna are your injuries really to monitor there for the Cowboys. Hopefully, knock on wood, all those guys are okay. A big-time win for the Cowboys. Grade them A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments section how you think Dallas fared in their Week 4 W over the Commies. It's the pinned comment on today's show. If the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. A, B, C, D, or F. Some takeaways here. Welcome back, Michael Gallup. He did not play in Week 3 after he, I guess, just didn't feel right. That was not the case for the Cowboys in Week 4. Gallup, the stat line in total, only 2 catches, only 24 yards, but a touchdown as well. Also drew some, as we'll get into, I'm going to call it questionable PI calls. Kind of remember Thanksgiving last year when the Raiders underthrew the ball all game long and the Cowboys got flagged for it? Kind of the Cowboys side of it too. Gallup drew some PIs on his 3 targets, or API. 2 catches, 24 yards, and a score. Very pleased to have Michael Gallup back. He played quite well, but he was not the number 1 receiver. CeeDee Lamb is that guy. On 8 targets, 6 catches, 97 yards, and a score. Lamb, he's him. He has ever since that god-awful drop against the Giants, Lamb's balled out. Hats off to CeeDee Lamb. But I want to focus on Gallup. So everyone watching live right now, type in 13 in the comments section to show Michael Gallup some love. Welcome back, MG13, for a big-time effort and a touchdown in his first game back from that torn ACL. Let's talk Cooper Rush. Again, overall, I think every Cowboys fan watching should be thrilled, should be hyped that your backup, who many of us were like, I don't know if he's the guy, has played oh so well. 15 of 27, 223, and 2 scores. More than good enough to win the football game. Now, in interest of honesty, honest analysis, would we feel different if those 2 interceptions that were negated by flags would have stood? I don't know if you win the football game. I don't think you do. Those were pivotal INTs that were negated. Now, they were flags. They were mostly non-impactful of the game. I don't care. Rush has done his job. Let's just be happy that Rush has played so well. We'll have the Dak convo again tomorrow. You know where I stand. Let's be happy that Rush completes 55.5% for 223 and 2 scores. And there were no box score INTs. Let's be pleased from that standpoint. Today's show is made possible by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping over at manscaped.com when you use promo code Cowboys. The Performance Package, the top-of-the-line men's grooming products, Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker, the most comfortable boxers known to mankind are available, 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code Cowboys at manscaped.com. Again, links in the comments and in the description, manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. Number 3, not the best game from Kellen Moore. A bit of a regression play calling. Remember, last year, 25 is a disappointment for your offense. Now, you're down your left tackle. Your O-line's not as good. And down your quarterback. So again, be pleased you won the football game. But the Cowboys the past 2 weeks, when they've run 1st and 10 pass, awesome numbers. And the Cowboys ran the inside handoffs. There was no outside plays. They didn't run the football that great. They averaged, checking my notes, 2.1 yards per carry. It's horrible production. You won the game. Be happy. Your offense was not the reason why. Defensive thoughts come up here in a second. But first, if you want free Cowboys videos every single day, hit that big red button and subscribe. YouTube.com/Cowboys TV. Hit that sub button if you want the best coverage of America's team. Number 4. Look, your outside zone run defense, both left and also some right, it's not great. I got the numbers here. 5.3 yards per carry. There were some TFLs mixed in there. If I had told you, folks, that the Commanders, the Commies, averaged over double what the Cowboys did on the ground, you might think they would have won the football game. But they didn't. The outside run D was rough, but the pass defense was elite. Trevon Diggs, I cannot wait for PFF to grade him 65.7 or whatever. Trevon Diggs, I don't care what the nerds tell you. He was a freaking baller in this game. An INT, 3 PBUs, that includes the INT, 2 massive pass breakups. Trevon Diggs, not great first to run. I don't care. He was awesome. Trevon Diggs is Carson Wentz's and Terry McLaurin's daddy. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Those fraudulent Commies fans, Diggs owns them. He owns that poverty-ass franchise. So who gets the game ball? Is it Mike McCarthy? Is it Diggs? Is it Neville Gallimore? More on him in a second. Maybe it's maybe it's Cooper Rush for another win as a backup QB. Who gets the game ball? Let me know in the comments section. Number 5, I want to be clear. I am so freaking happy with the job that Dan Quinn and this Cowboys defense has done. The defense is the number 1 reason why you won this football game. When you allow 10 points and less than 20 all year long, you should win football games. The defense carried you again. Look, Donovan Wilson, 8 tackles again. I'm checking this final stat line. 8 solo tackles, by the way. Played great. Neville Gallimore, a sack and a TFL. Donovan Wilson, the Cowboys defense. Carson Wentz, the fraud himself, averaged 4 yards per pass attempt. 2019, 2020, honestly, without this defense, you have what, 1 win? If that. The defense is elite. They continue against, admittedly, bad offensive lines, bad competition. Wentz took 2 groundings because the pressure got there. The Cowboys defense is the number 1 reason why you're winning these football games. Supers coming up. First, one last note. Dak Prescott, as we reported on Tuesday, wants to play, or Wednesday, whatever it was, wants to play in Week 5 versus the Rams. Week 6 more likely. Did not do anything pregame. Do not rush Dak back. Better chance to win with Dak than against the Rams and the Eagles? Yes. Do not jeopardize your season. The Cowboys are finding ways to win games. Don't risk Dak. Do I think the rush beats the Rams? I think Dak beats the Rams? No. Don't rush him back. All right, super chat to those here. First up, Jenna G. Then I want to get to Andres to beat you up and Miyagi if we can here. C. Lamb is my boy. Rush needs to stay in. Look, he's not better than Dak. Let's be thrilled. Rush has more than done his job. That's a shot after the post-game report wraps up. $5, Andres Ybarro. It's a miracle. The Cowboys came with less than 8 flags. Type in flags. 4. The commies had 11. Honestly, F the commies, man. Beat you up. Pay Cooper Rush as a backup. Let's ride. He has been more than impressive. And finally, Muology, a.k.a. Jace, was told Squeaky Toy McLaurin owned Diggs. What happened? He's never owned him. Terry McLaurin, the stat line. In total, 6 targets, 2 catches, 15 yards. One last time before we go, type in F the commies in the comment section. And how about them Cowboys?